Pelé when Brazil won its first FIFA World Cup on June 29, 1958, in a match against Sweden. The score was 5-2 for Brazil, with 2 goals by Pelé. Zeppelin airship ZR-3, the USS Los Angeles, in the heart of Berlin. Below is the Brandenburg Gate. On the right are the Reichstag building and the Victory Column. September 1924. Dean Martin and Angie Dickinson behind the scenes on the set of Rio Bravo in 1959. Belgian troops on guard at a Rhine River bridgehead in their Ruhr district occupation zone as the German army fights the Red Ruhr Army on the other side of the Rhine, 1920. Photo of Artoria Gibbons, known for her extensive and detailed ink work, circa 1920. A shy George Harrison and his suffering fans. Britain, 1960s. A Montgomery Airport employee removes a whites-only sign outside a restroom following a federal court ruling that banned segregation. January 5, 1962. A young George Clooney at his prom. Lacemakers in Brittany, France, 1920. Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie minutes before their assassination that would ignite World War I, June 28, 1914. Azusa Nakamura as Lady Battlecop, Onna Batarukopu, 1990. Ready for Bed, 1914. On November 30, 1964, Sir Winston Churchill turned 90. The man who had led Britain through its darkest hours during World War II now sat surrounded by his family at his Hyde Park Gate home in London. A woman reading the newspaper on November 22, 1963. Muhammad Ali during a charity event in Africa. Rare photo of General and former United States President Ulysses S. Grant. Behind him is a posture brace to help prevent movement during a photo session. Sudden movements would cause blurring due to long exposure time, 1860s. Soviet soldiers opened the gates of the Auschwitz concentration camp, freeing prisoners. 1945. The beautiful Jaguar E-Type was introduced at the Geneva International Motor Show in 1961. Ernesto Che Guevara, speaking at the United Nations in New York City in December 1964. Elvis Presley posing during his military service in Germany, 1958. Anna Magnani, putting on girdle for the rose tattoo. New Year's Eve, December 31st, 1951. Servicemen and housewives came to the Catholic United Center at 807 South Flower Street, Los Angeles. Coronation of King George V of Great Britain as Emperor of India in Delhi on December 12, 1911. The visit of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, to China in October 1986. A photo from 1880 showing a massive war cannon in Bijapur, India, during the British rule. These kids helping their mother. Two parents and their 9 daughters and 0 sons in the early 1940s. Marilyn Monroe in the 1950s. First Lady Jackie Kennedy sits at a cafe in Ravello in the late evening during a family vacation. End of World War I. Princess Diana Spencer, photographed on the 5th of November 1980. Frida Kahlo working on one of her self-portraits. Jane Fonda, 1970. German World War II. POWs harvesting grapes for the Widmer Winery in Naples, New York. Every state housed prisoners, but most camps were built in warm weather climes to save on barracks' heating costs. Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy at Waterloo Station in London in 1932. This automatic sandwich dispenser was unveiled for the first time at the Chicago exhibit, 1950s. Rosa Luxemburg, Clara Zetkin, and Alexandra Kollontai at the International Socialist Conference of Socialist Women, 1910, Denmark. Newly captured prisoners of war, March 1945, Frankfurt and Main area, Germany, apparently 14 years old. Steve Buscemi's elementary school yearbook photo from the 1960s. American soldiers playing leapfrog at Army training camp, 1917. Children playing cricket in the back streets of Newcastle. Professional 7'2", 2.18-meter boxer Ewart Potgieter being handled easy by vaudeville actress and strongwoman Joan Rhodes, circa 1950s. Demonstrators protest United States-Japan Security Treaty, 1960. Construction of the Hindenburg airship in 1932. Ketchup, mustard, and sugar being poured on the heads of college students at a sit-in protest in a Jackson, Mississippi Woolworth's store, 1963. This boy and girl are champion pea pickers at a contractor's camp in Canyon County, Idaho, 1941. Traveling with their families from camp to camp, they are among the fastest workers in the fields, each picking as many as 32 hampers in a single day. Man in hat, trunks, socks, and shoes. Coney Island, New York, 1960. Photo by Diane Arbus. Living staircase. New York City police officers beat 2 men during a gay rights march in 1970. (1952) Hamburg, Germany. One of Louis the Robot's demonstrators gives Louis a tune-up after Louis's coat was removed. The Pullmont-Falkirk, Scotland rail accident on July 30th, 1984. A push-pull express train from Edinburgh to Glasgow collided with a cow that had escaped onto the line through damaged fencing. Sightseers out for a ride on West Beach, Santa Barbara, circa 1875. Before she became Barack Obama's mother at the age of 18, Ann Dunham was a high school student described by her friends as intellectually way more mature than we were and a little bit ahead of her time, in an off-center way. Adolf Hitler with Helga Goebbels during a walk on Heiligendamm Beach, July 13, 1935. Marlon Brando, age 10. June 21, 1943. Police attempt to stop racial unrest that erupted in downtown Detroit. Troops were called in at the request of Michigan Governor Harry F. Kelly when police were no longer able to stop the unrest. Bells from Buddhist temples in Kanazawa collected for remelting for war purposes. Empire of Japan, 1942. The surrender ceremony of the Japanese to the British forces with General Itagaki surrendering his sword to General Frank Messervy at Kuala Lumpur, British Malaya, on 22 February 1946. Handing over the Olympic torch print, Olympia, Greece, 1956. Sleeping under a bridge in Paris, 1950s. In 1965, Sonny and Cher experienced a massive breakthrough, transforming from background singers into global pop icons. Man laughs as he is chased by a lady with a stick to jam his penny farthing, 1900. A Red Cross nurse gives medicine to a Holocaust survivor following the liberation of a camp near Hanover, Germany, 1945. A man puts his head in a hippopotamus's mouth in Central Park, New York City, circa 1910. Number 2. Taxidermist's Department of the Kansas Pacific Railway, 1873. Donita Castlegrand standing beside one of her many radio receiving sets, April 7, 1925. Her dress is trimmed with radio ribbon, which acts as an indoor antenna. The Small Electronic Calculating Machine, MESM, was the first computer in the USSR and Europe, 1951. Juggler, Ben Barry, juggling rabbits. Six-year-old Arthur Conan Doyle and his father Charles Altamont Doyle, 1865. Greek students supporting Cypriot independence demonstrating in Athens, 1957. Stunned Soviet officers examine a large pile of human ashes in front at Majdanek concentration camp near Lublin, Poland. The camp was liberated by the Red Army in 1944. Elton John in Flight, Chicago, 1976. The beautiful Marilyn Dietrich, German actress and singer, 1942. Early bobsleigh. Debbie Reynolds and her daughter Carrie Fisher in New York City, 1959. Nigerian girls' hairstyles, 1960 to 1970. Hot Day in New York City, 1954. A particularly unsettling example of a hidden mother tintype. This was considered better than simply including the mother in the image. Late 19th century. Fidel Castro without a beard during his imprisonment in 1953 to 1955. Northrop, Wright, and test pilot Moy Stevens show off the N9M, predecessor of the XB-35. Consequences of the War, 1919. Chicago's first subway trip was in October 1943. Mensur, a traditional, strictly regulated saber fight between two male members from different student fraternities, usually in Germany. Old Hollywood stars, Cary Grant and Randolph Scott, 1930s. Amsterdam, 1954. Public book burning in Nazi Germany. Miss America, 1921. The winner was 16-year-old Margaret Gorman, third from left, from Washington, D.C. Official British rail transport rat catcher, 1920s. Formal portraits rarely featured smiles, but they can be found in photographs of daily life during this period. 1912, South Carolina. Edward Haight, 16, stands in between two police officers a day after his arrest in Connecticut. 1942. A traffic police officer speaks with a traffic violator. Moscow, 1985. "13-year-old Bill Gates and 15-year-old Paul Allen with a PDP-10 computer, 1968. Silicone blonde Pamela Anderson, photo from her high school yearbook. Sylvester Stallone, 1951. Police officer giving directions to three boys with a three-person bicycle in London, 1920s. Woodstock, 1969. Photograph by John Dominus. Marilyn Monroe, Beverly Hills, 1956. Children playing in the East End slums, 1949. Suffragettes sell flowers on the streets. New York, circa 1910. Survivors of the Battle of Gettysburg at the 50th anniversary reunion in 1913. A Hungarian engineer named Stefan Pribble stands next to a machine he invented that supposedly made people and inanimate objects invisible. 1935. Artist unknown. Drinking game. Street Cops by Jill Friedman, New York City, 1978 to 1981. McGill, Family with Dog. Sinatra and Kennedy engaged in a lively conversation over dinner. They quickly hit it off. Samantha Fox and Freddie Mercury at Queen's Wembley After Party, 1986. Princess Victoria, 1840 to 1901, the daughter of Queen Victoria and the wife of Frederick III, 1831 to 1888, briefly Emperor of Germany and King of Prussia before his death from cancer. The Peel P50, built on the Isle of Man between 1962 and 1965, is officially recognized as the world's smallest production car. 17-year-old Juliane Koepke was sucked out of an airplane in 1971 after it was struck by a bolt of lightning. She fell 2 miles to the ground, strapped to her seat, and survived after she endured 10 days in the Amazon jungle. Sunshine Girls Dancing on the Beach, July 18, 1923, Washington, United States. Duke Alexis of Russia on his modified carriage to use an electric Landau tractor instead of horses circa 1898. Evacuee Barry Peacock eating an ice cream while sitting on a naval mine that had washed up on the beach at Deal in Kent, England in 1940. In 1863, during the American Civil War in Virginia, Jacob Miller was shot in the head. Everyone thought he was dead, but he regained consciousness a few hours later and went on to live another 54 years. Buses and trams on Ranelagh Street, Liverpool, March 1957. Halloween costumes from the 1920s. A couple in 6 Nations of the Grand River, Ontario in 1912. German prisoners of war after the Battle of Stalingrad, 1943. Jaws of a Megalodon Shark, United States, 1929. The Vickers Tracked Reconnaissance Vehicle, developed by specialists from the British company Vickers Armstrong Limited in 1926. James Dean, 1950s. Danzig Baldaev in possibly the most badass photo ever. Danzig was a former Soviet prison warden who meticulously documented over 3,000 Russian criminal tattoos between 1948 and 1986. Mixed couples share a kiss inside a bar in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, circa 1950s. Kaja Kallas as a child. Jean-Paul Belmondo with his son Paul on holiday 1964 Saint-Tropez.